How to introduce cats. We all know that cats are territorial in nature, and if you have a cat and are planning to have a new one, things can go south if you don't do things properly. Keep watching to know how to properly introduce cats, know the do's and don'ts and more in this video. But first, you need to keep in mind, finding the right match goes a long way. Just like how puppies learn from their family when they're very young, kittens also have a time when they learn how to be friendly with other cats, between 2 to 9 weeks old. This is when they watch and copy their mom and siblings to understand how to behave nicely with others. What happens during this time can affect how well a cat gets along with other cats as it grows up. Cats can also be naturally shy or friendly because of their genes. Knowing about your cat's genes and what happened to it when it was little can help you figure out if it would like having another cat around and what kind of cat would be a good match. For instance, if your cat is shy, it might need a friend who is calm and respects its space. Age matters too when choosing another cat. Older cats usually prefer other older cats that move at a slower pace, while younger cats with lots of energy might enjoy each other's company. Now that you know that finding the right match is crucial, there's a few things you need to do before introducing your new kitty. Set up the home for your new kitty. If you've decided to bring a new cat home, it's important to start by giving it its own space. Choose a room that your current cat doesn't use much, like a spare bedroom or study. In that room, make sure your new cat has food and water, cozy spots to rest with bedding, places to hide if it feels scared, a litter box, toys to play with, and a scratching post. Use new stuff for the new cat, not things that smell like your current cat. This helps the new cat feel comfortable. Also, use a synthetic cat pheromone called Feliway Classic in both the new cat's room and where your current cat spends most of its time. This helps both cats feel more secure. Let the new cat get used to its new home and your family's routines. Let it spread its scent around the room by rubbing its face on things and scratching. This might take a few days or a couple of weeks. You'll know the new cat is settling in well when it acts friendly when you come into the room, like rubbing against you or purring, lies on its side or rolls over, plays with toys, rubs its face on furniture and walls, and eats, drinks, grooms, and uses the litter box normally. If the new cat seems frustrated being in one room, you can give it more space, like a hallway or another room your current cat doesn't use. If that's not possible, you might need to start introducing the cats to each other earlier. Signs of the new cat being frustrated include scratching or pawing at the door, meowing loudly, pacing by the door, standing up against it, or swiping at you when you try to leave. Let's now start introducing the cats slowly. First impressions last, right? So make sure to make it a good one. The first time your new cat meets your resident cat is really important. If they start fighting, it could make things tough between them later on. That's why it's smart to keep them apart at first. They should be able to smell and hear each other, but not see or touch. Give each cat their own food, water, litter box, scratching post, and bed. Feed them near the door that separates them so they learn that being near each other is okay. You can also give them special treats like bits of tuna or chicken near the door. After a couple of days, switch the cats' places so they can smell around. This also lets the new cat explore more of your home. Some experts say to rub each cat with the same towel to mix their scents. Rub one cat first, then the other, and then back to the first cat with the same towel. After a few more days, play with each cat near the door. Encourage them to play with toys under the door. Eventually, they might start playing with each other under the door with their paws. Swap scents. To start swapping scents, take a piece of bedding from each cat like a blanket and switch them. Make sure both cats still have plenty of bedding left to sleep on comfortably. The goal is for each cat to rest on the other's bedding, mixing their scents together. Watch how both cats react to the new bedding. If a cat avoids it or hisses, it might take longer for them to accept a new cat. Once the cats seem okay with the swapped bedding, you can put it back in the original cat's room to mix their scents even more. You can repeat this with more pieces of bedding if you want. If your resident cat is okay with the smell before the new cat arrives, it might adjust better when they finally meet. If the cats like being petted, you can wear a light cotton glove while petting them. One glove for each cat. You can also wipe a cloth over each cat's face glands and then rub it on furniture in the other cat's area. This helps exchange scents and lets the cats rub their faces on the marks, creating a communal scent. Supervised contact. Right now, if you have 2 or more cats, they might want to check each other out because of how they smell. But they could also feel afraid or stressed when they see another cat around. The goal now is to help them see the good things happen when they're near each other, so they start to have positive feelings. Start by finding a special treat or food that each cat loves. From now on, they only get this treat when they're near the other cat. Playtime or grooming can also be good things if the cat enjoys them. Keep the cats separated by a tall, strong baby gate in the doorway of the new cat's room. Don't force either cat to see the other by picking them up. You can encourage the resident cat to come close to the gate using treats or play, but let the cats decide how fast things move. Free access with no supervision. Once the cats have been introduced with supervised contact and there's no negative behavior, they can have short periods of unsupervised access together, but only for a few minutes at a time. During these times, make sure there are no issues between them. If all goes well, unsupervised access should become more frequent. However, the new cat should still have its own separate space at other times. If they show friendly behaviors when together, you can gradually increase the time they spend together, but always ensure they have access to their own areas of the house. It's crucial that each cat has its own resources in different locations to prevent competition. As things progress positively, you can keep the separate room permanently open, allowing the cats to come and go as they please. But if conflicts arise, consider providing separate areas, possibly accessed through microchip-operated cat flaps, where cats that get along can retreat to. Adding vertical spaces like shelves and perches can also help cats maintain their own territories. Keep monitoring their interactions, as cat relationships can change over time and in different situations, and adjust accordingly. Tips for introducing cats. Take things slow. Take things slowly and give the cats plenty of time to get used to each other. This might mean days or even weeks for each step, so go at their speed. If you see any signs of stress or aggression, go back to the previous step and give them more time to adjust. Separate litter box. Keep a separate litter box and feeding area for the new cat in its room for a few weeks. It's important to have multiple resources for multiple cats. If the cats are getting along well after a few weeks of being together, you can try removing the extra food and water bowls, but keep an eye out for any signs of tension or stress, and return the bowls if needed. When it comes to litter boxes, the general rule is to have 1 box per cat, plus 1 more. So, it's a good idea to keep the new cat's litter box, but you can consider moving it to a different location if you prefer. If you liked today's video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content like this.